All right. So I am working on a Cindra list because I want to play Cindra. Look, I'm smart. I'm smart. Trust my list. No, I'm not smart. I don't know enough about this game to consider myself an expert. So take this with a grain of salt. I'm not playing Salt the Wound, so that's not funny. But yeah, I want to do a Cindra list with the attack action dagger swap off. What's it called? Double strike. So I found this list, Cindy's with the Blickies, Slay J. Big fan of this list, but was basically just using this as I was looking for some sort of a blue list that I could use as a foundation. And so I grabbed it. I took out the empowerments, which to be honest, empowerments might go back in. The issue that might be something else might come out. So I gave it a little whirl. I have a gameplay on this that I'll just breeze through, but I kept in one empowerment. Loyalty Beyond the Grave obviously is going to set up big turns. Because dual threat is a yellow, like in this Cindra list, if it gives you so much optionality because you can pitch it to do 2 dagger swings. And then also obviously a 0 for 6 is kind of cracked. Also the fact that 0 for 6 goes on to things, so like you can throw a temp to take the tempo for 8. So yeah, there's a lot in this list that's pretty powerful, I think, and I'm just gonna bounce over here and we'll take a look at my first game plan with some of these cards. What else did I take out? I'll just check. And by the way, this first one didn't quite work out, but I want to show some of the deck building process, so I'll talk you through it. And then also the game was sick because I played against a Fang that had a really cool deck, and I've been doing a bunch of Fang, so I'm going to talk about Fang a little bit. Hopefully he ends up in the meta, so like even if you're just here for Cindra, it's relevant and interesting. And I think he will. I'm guessing this Art of the Dragon scale is like an anti-Cindra card. So I pulled that out. I think I left in the snag because I like having snags. Pulled out. No, left in Rising Resentment. I didn't pull out Breaking Point. No, I like that in there. The thing also, whenever I play Cindra, I don't use her Blood Splattered Vest very often. So I'm like looking for more 1-cost attacks that it's like, oh, I totally want to use the Blood Splattered Vest for this. I even have the yellow brand with Cinder Claws. I don't know. I found some cards. I guess I didn't have to sub in that much, but it's like dual threat, and I want to take the tempo because that thing can be a finisher, and that's a nice 1-cost card. So yeah, let's pop over and watch this game. Going against Fang, I want to take the tempos because I'm looking for that dual threat combo. I am not worrying about too much other sideboard stuff. That's the one thing about warriors, they don't bring that much damage, or they bring damage but they don't bring that much like extra threats, so you don't need sideboards. I was thinking about you could run snags, but it's not like you're trying to prevent an on hit. All you'd be doing is like holding onto a snag to try and survive at the end. I guess given that it's a blue, I could have swapped out some blues for it. But he swings a couple daggers. I'm able to get a Loyalty Beyond the Grave off, which is nice. That card probably shouldn't have brought it into this matchup. So it's like, that was a bit of a moot turn for him. I get drawn to dual threat right away. And I'm like, okay. So what are we gonna do here? Because I don't have any blues in hand, I'm not really gonna have the hand for it. Dual threat's kind of a nice. I mean, that's why it's a good card, because it's a 0 for 6 if you can use it, or a 0 for 3 and it's yellow. Like, the only thing is it breaks the combat chain, which is kind of cool on Cindra because you can use. It's like there's a lot of complications to how you can make her work. With dual threat, and I think if I can like learn how to play the deck, you have to be very cognizant of when you're going to play it because it breaks the combat chain. So like you can only have one dagger up, or you got to be ready to play enough actions to get the daggers back, or you got to recur the daggers. So yeah, I mean, that is why you're seeing this in IRA lists and not in Cindra lists, but I think there's enough lines that it's worth having it in the deck. I think there's enough ways to like have a crazy Cindra turn, 5-card hand, dual threat. And the worst case scenario, it's a red. I mean a yellow. And you still get plenty of value, especially since you have blood splattered vest. Yeah, I was inspired to look at that card because obviously in Fang it's a good card. What am I doing here? I think I'm just trying to hit I'm trying to proc the mask, which is an interesting order of operations thing because I can flick to extend past this Burning Blade Dance and then throw the Lava Burst. So I do that. I don't know, Cindra's really cool at first because she seems complicated because there is some like sequencing, but then to some extent the lack of back and forth with a lot of her sequencing, it's like you're just always trying to threaten mask and they're going to decide if they want to let you have it or not. And there's not that much like additional stuff you can do to make the mask more threatening. And that's why I'm looking at dual threat, because I think that that's, you know, it's not the mask issue. It's not going to make mask more threatening, but it's a good card. It's a good card that she can totally use. It's just that it's, you got to make sure you get your sequencing right. And maybe it's going to disrupt play patterns a bit. Like what? Like dagger, attack action, dual threat, dagger, attack action, probably flick, and then you can recur both even though you don't have to flick twice. So to be honest, probably some of the cards that pull out are like Burning Blade Dance. I don't know if that card, I mean, I guess obviously it's a go again card, so that's nice, but if you're using dual threat, you have more ways to send a dagger to the graveyard before you try to recur it. Dagger, attack action. So like pitch a blue, dagger, attack action, dual threat. Those are 3 cards. You've still got dagger, attack action. So you're then, next card is dagger. You've got 1 more attack action. So you just like, that's not that complicated, and that's a 4-card hand. If you can get it to 5 cards by putting dual threat or something else in arsenal, or Mask of Momentum, I guess the thing is you're not threatening Mask of Momentum, but again, that's like an interesting, they blocked out, you're like, that's fine, I'm not even worried about Mask of Momentum, I'm running up for the dual threat turn that's going to allow me to throw fat damage. And then yeah, what is the way that dagger, attack action, oh, a 5-card hand makes your second setup really work well for Mask of Momentum. What else? Is there other ways to do it? Take the tempo, obviously, but if you're using take the tempo, like that's a cracked setup anyways. Yeah, it's basically like you're always threatening mask. They have to block like you're threatening mask, and then you're taking off, and you're like, I'm not. If you blocked for mask, I'm not gonna worry about it. Also on blues, like the mask threat becomes so much more difficult because the dagger, like you can just throw so many daggers. Display. Oh, so this is the card that I'm thinking is not gonna work in this list. I think if you kill Oath of Loyalty, which a lot of people on Fang are kind of doing it. I don't know. Like Oath of Loyalty, obviously it's a 0 for 4 go again, but like isn't it super restrictive in Cindra? Doesn't she like not generate that much fealty? Like, aren't lists not designed to generate fealty? And so, oh, and I should sub it out for Double Strike, which really works with, Dual Threat. And then with Dual Threat, like with Double Strike with the blues, you just have so many ways to be like, you can break this, but I'll just start again, and then you're gonna have to. It's just a way to like demand cards from somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna basically go in, put in Dual Threat, take out Oath of Loyalty, or at least we're gonna think about that. But I want to see what he's doing here on Fang, because he had a bunch of turns that it was like, holy moly, this dude's got. I mean, maybe it's just long whisker loyalty, but still the fact that he's able to swing the daggers 3 times. I'm not yet marked, but he's going to mark on hit, right? At least. Oh, no, I guess he gets his 3rd. I'm not marked. I don't know how this generates a fealty. Buff power. So I guess I was marked, or maybe. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. He plays it, he buffs power. I was marked. He plays a firm loyalty, then he arsenals. I have kind of a bad turn. Yeah, I think like, okay, so here's the issue, right? I ended the last turn with no daggers, which is bad. And it's partly because I hadn't figured out like what's the tempo, what's the deal with the daggers. I think I screwed up the last turn, and obviously you never want to be finishing a Cindra turn with no daggers unless you've used it to like absolutely rip some crazy amount of damage. It's like a Salt the Wound. Oh, Salt the Wound is actually interesting if I'm going to use Double Strike on a blue list. I'll check on that because that's an interesting additional way of throwing damage. But yeah, so I screw it up. I'm like, and then I just keep doing weird stuff with putting in daggers. So if you are here just for Cindra and not interested in checking out this Fang, go skip to the second, or I'll put a timestamp for when I start talking about the deck again. I do manage to get off the Dual Strike, but it doesn't really work. Or it does, but I'm not using it on 2 things. But still, like, look, Blaze Headlong for 7. It shows how powerful that card can be. Do I put a CNC in here? Probably not. But you throw CNC for a huge amount. Dagger. It hits. You blood splatter. You've pitched a blue. Oh, you could have pitched a yellow. I don't even know. Alright, let's see what he's doing. Fire Vein into March of Loyalty. somehow he creates... Oh, what's cool is March of Loyalty can create its own fealty. So it hits, because I'm marked, it creates a fealty. Because it creates a fealty, it gets go again. That's a sick card. Then he does Blaze Headlong. He's got 2 Draconic stacks. He sends Fire Vein. I'm blocking it. He sends March of Loyalty again. He has 2 March of Loyalties and then sends the other Fire Vein. How does he give this one go again? Sisters of Fire. Cool. So that's just him using the regular list, but it works good. Again, I don't present disruption. He throws Fire Vein into Scar Tissue. Cool. Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. Cool. Fire Vein. Cool. Fire and Brimstone. Fire Vein. Blade Flurry, Fire Vein. I mean, he just had the absolute nuts on that hand, and I was like, damn, you had the nuts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess that's just a fairly standard Fang deck doing what Fang deck does best, which is throwing damage. And I'm just on the back foot the whole time, not having daggers. So next game, I'm going to really pay attention to trying to bring back the daggers. And let's close this out and edit this list. All right, I mean, like, it's not like I'm optimizing this. Around, oh, Devotion Never Dies could be good. Although it's a 4/1 each time, which is not that good. Assault the Wound is only in the combat chain, so that doesn't work so good. Right, because that's the one thing about this card is it breaks the combat chain. So I'm not going to do Assault the Wound. I am going to do Double Strike. And I'm going to move this up to the deck and this up to the deck. 62 in the deck, 4 over the top. Do I just kill this card entirely? It's a 0 for 4 go again, but you can only play Draconics. That kind of complicates stuff. I'm gonna leave 1 so that I can see it come up again. And then I'm 2 cards over. This would be good into Cindra. This is 0 for 3 go again, but like, I think because I have blues, I almost never care to have this in here. Like, it would be good with it would be good with CNC, but I'm gonna try rocking this. Oh, hold on. The card that felt potentially stupid was this one. If you control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, this gets to go again. When it hits, have the dagger deal 1 damage, it destroys it. For a 0 for 3. But you have to have 2 chain links. So I don't like this. I prefer this. I'm gonna put 3 of these because that's gonna work with this. So now I'm 2 cards over. Do I just kill Ancestral Empowerment? I feel like it's a great card, but why? I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill 1. I'm gonna keep 1. I'm gonna maybe... Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I don't know exactly how this plays, but it's interesting because now I've got Rising Resentment in there, and Devotion Never Dies, and we're gonna try this out. Okay, I just played a game against Viscerai, and I got beat. I don't want to say annihilated. And what I discovered was Double Strike doesn't work so good because it's just this combat chain. You can only double attack this combat chain. This one lets you play it this turn. So this one's actually kind of sick. Interesting. I guess with these things, I should be able to use Blood Splattered Vest. Potentially, you're gonna have to strip stuff out, but I'm gonna throw in Pick Up the Point. And do I put yellow up sticks? This is like a 0 for 4 go again. This should be your perfectly good replacement for Oath of Loyalty. Right? I mean, the thing that's tricky here is I'm setting up to not be able to proc Cindra every turn. But I think it's such a given on the regular deck that maybe that's a good thing. This is actually better than up sticks. Because it gets me chain links. So that one actually works really well. Like, Pick Up the Point. Both of these are definitely worth having, I would say. To be honest, potentially Pick Up the Point blue is worth having. Is there no Pick Up the Point blue? No, I'm sure there is. Yeah. Inventory this boy. Do I get rid of the up sticks? Or am I not trying to play around? I mean, I'm totally playing around Double Strike in this list right now. And I feel kind of all over the place. But I also feel like I guess the issue is that you're just not leaning into Draconic enough, and Cindra's whole needing to use Draconic, you might as well just play Ira on this list. That's why that is a thing. But let's give it a go. Alright, I'm just gonna send some stuff out of here. Alright, let's try this. Alright, I'm fat decking, but I'm gonna kick out spreading flame. I think that probably doesn't make it in the list. I don't know. This might not be a thing. We're gonna try and do some deck building. I think it makes for interesting content. I'm over here struggling through this. I hope so. I hope it's interesting. But yeah, we'll see how it goes into. I feel like the issue maybe I put in 3 more blues though, is that I grabbed a blue list that's not actually that blue. And this works. Oh no. Cool. Draconic. 1, 2, 3. I think I flick. I think I want to proc my mask. Oh, it's actually interesting because maybe I wanted to. Daggers you control get +1 and cost that much less to activate this combat chain. Yeah, I don't think so. Because I use it. But this is next. Ooh. That's fine. I like the danger. That's 2 draconic links. Yes. I do want to add a stain counter because I need to throw this thing to get an extra draconic link, and then I can get these back for free. I'm not threatening a whole lot. Kind of wasting this card, but this card's kind of jank anyways. Man. Ooh, I know what's happening. Yeah, I feel like this is interesting. Alright, that activated for free. But now do I send this? Let's see. Let's see if I can get this through first. Add another stain counter. Why not? That's kind of cool because this thing is an attack, so it will proc mask if it hits. So it begs a block. And you have to pitch to use the ram's head thing. You're gonna let me. What? Oh, I guess the last one. Oh, I guess this is like. I got tricked. Over here, there's a. Wrong thing. But yeah, over here, there's the mask momentum trigger. It said to, I thought. Okay, dagger. Brand with Cinder Claw. Yeah, throw this one. Nice. Damn, is that throw dagger draws a card? That's sick. No. Yeah, so maybe there's just like, maybe you just stick it in a list. Don't build the list so much around it. And then there's like the occasional line where it hits. Stab wound. Dagger. Dagger, stab wound, rising resentment. That's how I'm gonna try and get to my mask. And I guess also I can flick on this. No. Doesn't matter. Instant. Whoa! Oh, I didn't realize that that's how that works. Alright, let's see. Dagger, D&D, break chain, concealed break chain, dual threat, this, dagger, D&D also. Yeah, I mean, I think there's something there. Probably dagger, D&D, cinder claw, break chain. I just don't care. Your CNC does not bother me. I think now, right away, this is like the upside. Is I'm going for a second one of these. I need to do this. I want this to hit, so I'm going to send it now. The combat chain's going to break. Okay, this doesn't hit. Combat chain breaks. 1, 2, 3 draconics. So this is where it's tricky. Potentially I just put this in Arsenal because I can't get my daggers back. And I can only get one back here. Oh. I'm not sure I couldn't have. Yeah, I think this is just a non-working list. But let me know if you think you can make it work in the comments. But yeah, it's just like I could have flicked this one. Yeah. I'm feeling brain fried. I don't like how this list works. I don't think dual threat's a thing. This shit is just so brain dead. Like red Cindra is like, I throw. I keep throwing. I just keep doing daggers. Look at my daggers. They just keep... Or no, you don't even use the daggers. You just attack. Attack, attack, attack. Oh, damn it. Big waste. Alright, blue Cindra, at least kind of interesting. Dagger, dagger. This is going to come in last. Not worried about this. Expecting to see a block here, to which I flick a knife. Crack a fealty, which I haven't been doing and should have, because I can send this and bring a dagger back. I should have sent this. That was dumb. Oh no, it doesn't have go again. Alright, I want to attack with this twice, so I swing kunai. Keep this thing going. Oops. Screwed that up, but it's okay because he's on the build that just wants to do the same thing again and again. Peach. I'm gonna get to the rupture for lava burst. And I might as well flick for 1 extra damage with the one that's breaking anyways. Alright, let's see. If you control 2 or more draconic links, this gets go again. Create a fealty token. Maybe I try to put this in Arsenal. 1, 2 draconic links. But I don't have a way to pay. And then also this. What? What was my second attack? Oh. Wow. That's whack. I am gonna get fatigued, I think. Okay. This, this, maybe. No, God. My brain is fried. Okay, I throw ignite, and then if I flick off of this, oh no, actually yeah, flick off of this and then one more. What? Ignite breaks the... I know that there's... I'm gonna do this in correct timing if he's cool with that. Oath, pass. So I just can't... Oath, pass, yes. Pass. Ignite, sure. Flick knives counts as activating, so does this, right? That doesn't, that's an instant. Oh my god. Ah, damn it. Three, so I can recur. I recur. Then I'm going to do pick up the point. I'm just going to be incredibly obnoxious because that's threatening mask. I guess it's not threatening mask. Oh, because you use shelter. Alright, if you're still watching, I'm just gonna play this out. You can like fast forward or skip through it or whatever. It's not gonna be that interesting. It's just gonna be a fatigue game. But yeah. But I'm gonna play it out anyways. No, I'm not gonna play it out. I'm gonna concede. This is boring. Oh man, that was so incredible. Alright, so I just played that JARL game, but took a break. I'm back from said break and not feeling so down. That was rough. Hopefully you skipped it. Hopefully you didn't see it. That was rough. And yeah, so I'm feeling like the issue is that, like, yeah, dual threat's a sick card, but trying to do dual threat and take the tempo is tricky. And so I'm going to keep this in and leave it in because it's a yellow, because I like how it fits in with the blue plan. But I'm going to leave it in less. So I'm going to kill the take the tempos. I brought up Loyalty Beyond the Grave just a little bit ago. I put Burning Blade Dance back in because I think that this card is good and this card is Cindra, and like being able to just basically, I'm trying to run a regular Cindra deck and have dual threat in there, and you pay attention to how you're using your cards, you can get a solid dual threat 0 for 6 turn off, and if you can't, it's a yellow that allows you to swing 2 daggers. So yeah. So if you're going on that type of dagger plan and you're running blues or yellows or whatever, I think Spiting Flames is probably a good one. And then you're going to want some of that like draconic reduction. So Art of the Dragon Blood is going in. I'm going to put all the Ancestrals back. They're just too good for being able to get to your mask. I'm going to put AOD Blood in there. Blood runs deep. I think the 2 makes sense. I think that's from Brody's list or Yuki's list. But like this, probably over 3. Next Draconic gets +1. Is like maybe too like unnecessary. I want the marks because I want to be able to trigger Art of the Dragon Fire. I want to be able to trigger Art of the Dragon Blood. I like Breaking Point. I'm probably gonna get another Breaking Point. I guess it's down here. Breaking Point is good. This is the one that does. Oh no, I don't actually want Breaking Point. I'd rather have Lava Burst. Because I just want to do damage and I don't need Disruption. Demonstrate Devotion. I want the other one of those. I think probably Dragon Power is interesting. I guess it's like it's only a finisher. And the fact that it's 1 cost. And I'm gonna put the Oath of Loyalties back. I think that I guess for a starter, I'm just trying to run basically just go back to a regular Cindra deck. So I'm just basically, you know, going based off of what I know many better deck builders than I have put in this list. I'm going to inventory the wax on. I have shelters, but I'm never going to have shelters. I'm going to put that all you got in the inventory. I know people sometimes like Calming Breeze better than shelters because you can play it from Arsenal. But for now, I'm just trying to figure out like what's the core of the deck. The core 60. Maybe this is the core 60. Dual threat brand, blues. I think that these guys were screwing up my ability to run the Cindras. Pick up the points, like not enough real draconic stuff. This is maybe more blues than people want, and then potentially I don't really like, I mean, I guess the reason Dragon Power is in there is because it's a blue block 3. But I'm going to put those guys in inventory and kill the Dragon Powers. Now I got 9 blues, 6 yellows, and then like a regular Cindra deck. Most of these are draconic, so I should be able to string together Cindra's game plan. I'm running the Spreading Flames because that will buff things. This one's interesting because it is 1 cost. And it's not a reaction. So it's like... But I guess you just pitch to it first. I think that's a good opener. I screwed up how I used that. Devotion Never Dies. I'm going to put straight up in the deck. That's the one card that I feel like I want to make room for. Because that pairs with... I mean, it's also Ninja, so you can use it on that. That pairs really well with dual threat because you can use it on both sides. It's not just in the combat chain. So am I running too many 1 costs? I feel like no. You've got Ignite. You got this. They're both... Oh, this one's not draconic, so you need to be marking enough. So, like, maybe I got Demonstrate Devotion and I got Display Loyalty to be able to create the loyalty stuff. And Brand with Cinderclaw. I'm going to run this one like this. And we're gonna see how it goes. I don't know when you would sub this in. Maybe you're just running more blues on like when you need more blues, you add that in if you're afraid of one of the bigger lists, and then resentments in here for if you're trying to run a more speedy list. We're gonna do that. All right, we got the mirror. I don't know if the mirror is helpful for getting a sense of how this deck runs, but we'll see. I don't want a fat deck. Maybe I don't want Loyalty Beyond the Graves because it's a race. I guess having defense reactions might be nice. Oh, okay, cool. They're in an interesting deck. So the game plan is damn, I didn't realize that this works off of only one draconic reaction necessary. That was potentially stupid to waste the wax on here. Because maybe this is a powerful... Nope, yeah, we're good. Cool. Okay, we drew into another blue. But I think maybe I can get a mask trigger here. Dagger, dagger, flick. That's 3. I think potentially this stab wound is better here. And I should be able to get to a free recursion. Oh, actually that's not what's going to happen. But that's fine. We're just going to throw as much as we can. Yeah, so basically I rebuilt the list, retooled the list for a more regular game plan. I'm assuming a block comes here. So I'm going to throw the yellow one and then flick on it. Because this is my attempted mask proc. No, they just want to race. Do I throw this so that I can get the extra stab wound? I potentially put that, like, because I want to flick, because I want to recur. And then I finish with stab wound and put this in arsenal. Oh. But like, if I throw Ancestral Empowerment now, no, I'd rather have it in Arsenal. I'm trying to gear up. I'm not afraid of Cindra's disruption. Or I guess I could have pulled back, instanted back a dagger and then thrown it. I'd be out of daggers entirely. I'm going to see if he'll let me do this. I'm going to instant back a dagger. I'm going to make the stab wound do as much as I can. Because I have the one floating. And then I'll just get back the daggers some other way. No. Yeah, my bad. Dragon Scalar Fight Path doesn't work because it's like, what? It's for 2. I'm burning Ancestral Empowerment as a resource so I can get 2 more dagger hits. I guess it's 4 value. It's interesting though, he doesn't block. Like if you just block this, it would do a lot less damage. Don't care. Interesting. I guess he's whipping up a crazy combo in return. What do I got? This doesn't do anything extra, but I can start with it. Oh no, I can't start with it. I mean, that's the thing. It's like this deck is hard because you got to know whether or not you're keeping around your daggers. Like I did fat damage. That was like a 15 damage turn. Maybe it's not that fat. I don't have anything that'll do go again. I guess that's now I'm going to use Dragon Scalar. So I should have blocked them, but whatever. Right, I do this. I guess this person's running like their budget list, and I'm kind of just using stack deck against them, but it's good. Damn, son. All right. Yeah, we're gonna send this. And then this will crack. That's huge. This is... Oh my goodness. I can crack it, but it's not worth anything. Because I don't have links. It's gonna cost me my whole deck. Give me a blue. Draw into a blue. Oh my goodness. Do I pitch this? I think, because it's harder to play. Yeah. And then I think I pitch one of these because they're not that good. Mark on hit, could really use the fealty. And then Burning Blade Dance. And that will let me recur my daggers. So it's a turn off to get the daggers back, but it's like a stacked. I mean, if I had drawn into a blue, that would have been horrible. Or even a yellow. But I didn't, and it was bad. Oh, jeez. I often do that. Alright, there we go. And then I guess next turn, well, next turn, who knows what happens, but like tempo play. That was just a dumb turn. Jeez. This is rough. But I mean, luckily I can at least trigger some of these. Art of the Dragon Fire, because it's a 1 cost. Dagger first. I feel like it's not. I think I have enough blues in here. It doesn't feel like that's the issue. It feels like I'm just not getting lucky on the draw. Yeah, add a stain counter. I guess also this is crazy useful. Yes. I need that. Misplay. Oh, I guess I could have saved the fealty and sent this last. Because it's not like the go again does anything for me. They're just holding cards, so maybe it does now. Do I want to send throw dagger in order to draw a card? Then I have to use display. So send this. Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna crack both daggers here, draw a card, and then hopefully I can flick this other one. Yeah. And now I've flicked both daggers. I don't want to bring this blood splatter, and then I recur them. And I'll arsenal blood runs deep. Just doing Cindra things. That felt right. Yeah. I mean, obviously to some extent there's proof that this deck revolves around a surprisingly large deal of experience, which I don't have. But I'm figuring it out, and hopefully there's learning to be had from that. I think I'll play like one more game with this deck because it's feeling good. And then, but that one I'll play the game. It won't be real time. Because I'm like filling this out. I'm liking this. Basically, it's a regular list. It's weird playing against a Cindra that's not doing Mask of Momentum. I sincerely doubt that I'm within lethal. We'll see. There's a Blood Runs Deep that got banished. So I gotta keep at least 2 health up. How's my Mask of Momentum? Mask of Momentum next turn is looking pretty good. I'm trying to hold everything. Ignite isn't gonna be useful. Yeah, the Blood Runs Deep is gonna do 2 extra, so it's a total of 4. Unless he got... Yeah, 1. 1 more. And now... Do I want to use this to go dagger, dagger? Yes, because I have Blood Runs Deep. So do I want to block? One, two, three, four. Dagger, dagger. BRD. Dagger, dagger. Blaze, BRD. Yeah, let's do it like that. Oh! Damn, I didn't realize he's got the Arsenal card also. Ignite dagger is so much better than that. Yikes. Salt the Wound combo is devastating. Holy smokes. Oh, shoot. I'm Kadachi locked now. Damn. I thought I was doing good. That was a cool... That was a really cool play. And I don't think you need, like, all those other pieces that they were using. GG's.